Hey, 2Bs, this is Bob Hickman. I'm so excited to be back with you. You guys have been absolutely amazing. I want to say thank you to all of you who came out to my videos this week. I had messages from the spirit world. We had a Spirit Channel party dance video. We had a snow walk. It's been a pretty good and busy week here. Well, today I'm just winding down a little bit. I'm just taking a little break. You know, as many of you know, I am a full-time professional psychic, so I've been doing a lot of readings and throughout this month, and I said it's time just to slow down a little bit. So I'm here today, and I'm contemplating one of my new crystals. I want to show you this. This is a Lemurian Andara crystal. It's an aquamarine from ancient Lemuria. Isn't that beautiful? I bought this from a seller online. I'll put the link below to the store, but it's wonderful, mystical stone. I've been using this when I've been doing channelings lately, and it's really helping me. And you know, when I look at my crystals, you know, and this is one of my other crystals. I think you've seen this. This is a Lemurian seed crystal. It's clear, and this is an Andara aquamarine. I don't know if you can see the color. It's just a beautiful, softest blue-green. It's hard to see on this video, but this is an amazing crystal because it's from ancient Lemuria, and it's believed that the Andara crystals were used in the ancient temples of Lemuria. In fact, some of the temples were made out of Andara crystals. They're beautiful glass-like crystal. I'm actually going to do another video in a few days on Andara crystals. So we're going to go more into that soon. But today, you know, while I'm looking at this crystal, it got me thinking about what is the meaning of Atlantis? What is the meaning of Lemuria? You know, we've been talking about the history and the power and the mysteries that come from those ancient continents. But as a psychic, one of the things that I've been encountering this year is that I'm meeting a lot of people who are reincarnated people from Lemuria, where these crystals come from, and from Atlantis, which have similar crystals. And I've come to this awareness that the reason why so many Lemurians and Atlanteans are back is because they are here to help us with ascension. And that got me thinking about ascension. And I thought, I don't know if we've really ever talked much here about ascension. But I think we're going to have to do a whole series on it because ascension is a spiritual process. It's part of where we're all going, at least those of us who want to go to that place. Ascension is hard to define because it means a lot of things to a lot of people. But I would say that one of the meanings of ascension is literally to ascend, to become higher and better and greater than what we are. You see, I believe that in each of us, there is a soul. We're not just the body. We're a body and a soul fused. And inside of us is an eternal spirit that is full of light. And like these beautiful crystals that shimmer and reflect the light, so our souls too absorb and reflect light. Ascension is a process, and this is something you don't always hear a lot of psychics talk about, but ascension is really about us finding our soul, attuning to the light, and raising our vibration so that we connect with the higher realms. Some people in the New Age community talk about multiple dimensions. They say we live in the third dimension and that we're moving through the fourth dimension and into the fifth dimension. And I sometimes think, well, what does that mean? What does that mean? Well, when you break it down, what they're saying is that our physical bodies are evolving. There's a term that sometimes you hear in the Ascension movement called the light quotient. And what that means is that within each of us, as we grow in spiritual knowledge, as we grow in spiritual truth, our souls become brighter. They take on more light. And like these beautiful Lemurian crystals, we shine brighter and brighter. I like that. I think it's a beautiful way to consider spirituality. Ascension is not something that's done in 5 minutes. It takes, in fact, lifetimes, and many lifetimes, they say, to achieve ascension. But what I keep finding is that right now, at this point in history on Earth, many of us are experiencing a sense of calling, a sense that there's more to life than just this body. There's more to life than just having a job. There's more to life than having money in the bank. Not that any of these things are bad. Of course, we're supposed to have these things. We're supposed to think about money and clothes and jewelry, all of that. There's nothing wrong with that. But at the end of the day, many people are saying we see these things, these jewels, these money, the houses, cars, for what they really are. They are material manifestations that are tools. So what is their purpose? All the money in the world doesn't do you much good when you die, does it? You know that old saying, you can't take it with you. So what is money? Well, what if money is simply a tool of ascension? What if money is a tangible form of energy? You know, as a psychic, when I work, I do readings, and we have what we call an energy exchange. I give energy through channeling to people, and they give back to me in the form of money. Money is a tangible form of energy. And so we have this system of exchange. So when I receive that energy and money, I am balanced. And therefore, I take that money and I invest it in things that further my growth, such as buying my crystals, buying books, studying, expanding my mind. You see, so money is not evil. You know, there's a false saying, money is the root of all evil. That is not true. The true quote is, the love of money is the root of all evil. So there's nothing wrong with money. If we understand that money can be a tool in ascension, what is our true focus? Is it to grow our spirit? Is it to become enlightened? I like to think about these things. You know, I think we're going to have to do a whole series on ascension because there's so much to it. But today I just wanted to come here and talk to you about the term ascension, you know, because I think here at Spirit Channel, we're getting a lot of people. By the way, I want to say thank you to all the new subs, and numbers are climbing up. I don't have all the list in front of me. There's so many, but I want to say thank you. You guys know who you are, and I love all of you. I do see your request to join your applications to Spirit Channel. I want to say thank you for your subscriptions. So we're all growing. And you know, that's why I created this channel. I wanted it to be a place where we could think about these things. We could explore the truth of the spirit. That's why I called it Spirit Channel. Isn't that interesting? When I first started this channel, I was thinking like the term spirit connected to channel, literally like the channel of YouTube. But in time, I realized that I'm also the channel. I'm a channel for spirit. So Spirit Channel is about me. It's about you. It's about the channel. It's part of ascension. You know, when I contemplate this Lemurian crystal, I think to myself, what has this seen? What does it know? I believe that crystals hold etheric truths. I believe that spiritually they're encoded with knowledge. And so I've been working on tapping into this, asking it to work with my third eye that I can see and know. I'm wearing my Lemurian crystal over my heart to activate my chakras. Sometimes I'll lie down, I'll put my pendant here on my chest, and I'll put this on my third eye. When I do that, I feel a charge. I really believe that crystals are encoded, and within them are the secrets of the ancient worlds of Lemuria and Atlantis, as well as the secrets of Ascension. If you want to read a little bit about Ascension and kind of know more what we're talking about, here's some books I would recommend to all of you. One of them is The Complete Ascension Manual. This is by Joshua David Stone. The Complete Ascension Manual. The subtitle is How to Achieve Ascension in This Lifetime. This talks about the Ascended Masters. You can see they have a picture here of some of the Ascended Masters. It talks about techniques to tap into that inner core and raise that power to know the higher self and how to connect that to the cosmos. It's believed in the Ascension movement that all the universe is ascending with us. Many Ascensionists said that, that Ascension began around the year 2000 AD, and I think that's true. I remember feeling a shift back then. Of course, then in 2012, we had the big drama. It was the end of the world, everybody said. But if you really studied the Ascension teachings, they didn't say that. Some half-baked psychics said it. I never said it. And on record that I said back in 2011, and it's on record, I said 2012 will not be the end of the world, but 2012 is a paradigm shift where we get more light and the ability to grow. And so many people have taken that and have grown. So this is this is the energy that we're working with. It's called Ascension energy, and it's about personal growth. It's about growth as a planet, planetary growth, universal growth. So you might want to get this book, The Ascension Manual, The Complete Ascension Manual by Joshua Stone. Another book I would recommend this is a wonderful one called The Ascension Primer, Life in the Higher Realms series. It's book 1 of a series by Karen Bishop. I don't know if you can see that. The Ascension Primer. There's a picture of her on the back. This is a wonderful book because it addresses the individual changes that go on. When you commit to a spiritual path, you start to ascend, and that ascension brings a lot of changes. Sometimes they're good changes. Sometimes they're never really bad changes, but they're struggle. Some of us find ourselves facing a career change, and we're suddenly either without a job or we're so unhappy in a job we have to leave just for our very survival. This book, The Ascension Primer, talks about those changes that spiritual people truly working on a path will face along the way. I think it's profound. It was Ascension that led me into full-time psychic work. I did psychic work for over 20 years, but most of that was part-time. I'd work a day job and then do part-time in the evenings and on the weekends work as a psychic. But when my Ascension energy started to rise, I was so called by Spirit, I had to leave the traditional mundane world to do this path. So I have a calling. And this book kind of talks about that many people on Ascension path have a calling. Here at Spirit Channel, I'm about helping you find that calling. So Ascension's an important term. Here's another wonderful book called, if you can see, it's got a lot of gold on it, An Ascension Handbook. And it's a channeled book by Serapis. It's channeled by Tony Stubbs, who's a channel. This also talks about what is going down, what is coming down or going on in the higher orders, from the level of the Ascended Masters, and how they're guiding us all towards evolution, towards spiritual growth. It's so fascinating to me, this subject, because As I contemplate my Lemurian crystals, it brings me back again to the point. What is the connection between ancient Lemuria, ancient Atlantis, and our modern day? And I really think that the answer is that so many of us have reincarnated. So this time we get it right. We fully ascend. You know, the Atlanteans were brilliant and gifted people, but they destroyed themselves. I happen to be a reincarnated Atlantean. I had that revelation during a past life regression, and I know it's true. It's always been inside of me. And when I fully understood that, it really changed my reality. I suspect a lot of you watching have a soul connection to Atlantis and or to Lemuria, either one or the other or both. I'm finding that a lot of people have had both. They've been Lemurian and Atlantean. The two cultures share so many similarities. So I would encourage you now, try to find some crystals. Get some quartz crystals, some Lemurian seed crystals, maybe some Andara crystals. Ask the crystals to reveal to you your connection, your truth. I am so fascinated by this concept, and I really think we're going to have to talk more about it. As I study these books more in depth, I'm going to share more with you guys. But I wanted to put that out there because I think that all of us here at Spirit Channel are evolving. We are ascending. Ascension is not an escape. It does not mean we abandon our lives, quit our homes, walk out in the street and, just fly up to heaven. No. Ascension means we awaken to the light within, that we grow in it, and we take that power and we transform, and we all bring light into the world. They call these crystals, these Andara crystals, heliocentric, which means that they absorb light and they reflect light. I find it true. You see how beautiful that crystal is? Look, it just shimmers. This is an amazing gemstone and one that I treasure. And I'm working to unlock the secrets. And so I invite all of you, explore with me these secrets. Let's walk the path of ascension. I hope that you'll get some of these books, buy some crystals. If you want to buy some beautiful gemstones, you might want to go over to rarewiccaspells.com. They have a lot of beautiful crystals over there. And I don't know if they have Ascension books, but they definitely have a lot of spiritual literature there too that will help you on your journey. So I'm going to ask you guys, tell me, have you been hearing the call of the spirit world? Do you feel like you're crossing through a period in your life, or maybe you have already crossed through a lot of it, where you feel the light quotient in your soul expanding? Do you feel that you're becoming more harmonious? Do you feel that there's a connection, a higher power guiding you? What has been your experience with meditating on the ancient crystals? I think in the coming years, we're going to harness more and more power from crystals. And we're going to see amazing things. And the ancient technologies are still existing. They're existing deep within us. We've all forgotten it. But I think some of us will eventually understand how to harness the power of these crystals and to bring back the ancient mysteries. The mysteries of how to use crystals to open portals between dimensions. The magic of how to use crystal power for levitation and transmutation. Teleportation. All of these things. They're really all within us, and they're encoded inside these mystical gems. So anyways, we're just going to touch on Ascension briefly today, and we're going to go more in depth with this. But tell me in the box below, what is your experience with Ascension? Have you heard of this term? Maybe you've been experiencing it but didn't know the term till now. Tell me about that as well. Tell me about your soul journey. Do you feel that you're being called to do more, to be more in harmony with the Spirit? I think many of you are. So together, let's all walk this path. Let's work on our ascension. As I said, this is going to just be the first of many videos on this subject, but I just want to introduce the concepts today. Hopefully we can start a dialogue, all right? So put comments in the box below. Anyways, hope you'll like this, favorite, share it with your friends. Keep it here at Spirit Channel. We're going to be back tomorrow and Friday, and we're going to have a UFO video for you guys, so you don't want to miss it. I'm so glad you're here. I send blessings to you. I'm going to go back and work on my crystal meditations today. Hopefully I'll learn more of the Ascension mysteries. Thanks for being here. Blessings to you all.